strictly off of looks instead of the content of a person's character. Like, say for instance, if you saw me out in public with a girl like this, you might say I have standards. But the thing that you don't know is, I gotta wake up to this, nigga, god damn. But look, see, does that make my standards any lower? Now that what if I find this more attractive? What if this girl had the absolute best personality I've ever encountered in my life? Who are you to say that I have low standards just because of how she looks? Nigga, I know my girl be going through it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm ugly as shit, nigga. I ain't going front. I know she lowered her standards just to be with me. Because, nigga, like, before she got with me, the niggas that she posted as her man crush Mondays were Usher and Trey Songz. And then she settled for this. Nigga, you know damn well she lowered her standards for me. Nigga, I'm ugly as a motherfucker. Nah, but in all seriousness though, this is the reason why a lot of content creators don't post their significant others, because they're going to be judged just like I'm Dante and his wife. We're not going to find the same things attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance with me, I'm attracted to an ass like this. And I'm no less attracted to it knowing that this is a stomach. If anything, it makes me more attracted to it. You know why? Because I like big women. Who are you to tell me that I have low standards because I like fat bitches? That's why there's so many closet BBW lovers, just because niggas are scared to be judged by society for their love for big women. Look, what I want y'all to take from this video is to embrace your own standards. Don't let anyone else's opinion alter your personal standards.
Hi, everybody. What's up, people? All right, so I know my streaming schedule has been a little bit inconsistent lately, and that's because I've been kind of playing City Skylines. And yes, I do. I know I have a green shirt on and a green background. I'm thinking about changing some things up with like the background and all the other good shit. How's everybody been doing? Let's see. Yeah. So also, I'm fired. Also, God, since I've been an old man because I turned 41 recently, I just have not been wanting to sit at a desk after I get off of 8 hours of work. So that's been a thing. And if you noticed my streams that I've actually enjoyed more on the weekends. And yeah, it's been a thing. Although I'm still actually looking to, I'm looking to get a vehicle again. That's one of the things. Yeah, in oh my God, seasonal depression is a bitch. Oh my God, I used to like, yeah, seasonal depression is a bitch, and that's one of the things that I haven't been diagnosed with, but I every year I just feel it, and not only am I dealing with seasonal depression, I'm also dealing with the fact of not having a vehicle for winter in the last 13 years, and that is that's different. That's different. But I do want to actually say this. One, thank everybody for like keeping up with me, and even when I put out the videos, I I don't know. I think I'm gonna actually change some stuff up where I actually do probably try to at least stream um an hour a day. Just at least like not the 2 hour streams, just something to like put myself out there, get back in the thing of just like addressing videos and addressing news topics. Also another reason why I've been having issues per se with I fucking hate people. I know socialists and shit like that and all that other good shit, like wanting to make sure people are okay. But I've been fucking hating people a lot recently. Um, if you don't know, I've done a customer service job for the last, oh god, call center wise, the last 13 years. But all of my jobs have been customer service jobs. And I sometimes I it's not even that I hate people, and I'm gonna actually say this. It's not even that I just hate people. Clear correction. I hate fucking companies that fucking do quality monitoring or call monitoring and act like we're not dealing with people. Motherfuckers who call in to a call center and actually just try to insult you because they're upset and they just want to insult you because reasons. Um, I, I literally had somebody today call in and say, "Well, I know your overlords. Excuse me, sir. I don't have any overlords. I really hate people. I really fucking hate people." And people wonder why call center work is such a high turnover. I've been working in call centers for 13 years. Yeah. Fucking yeah. So that's a thing that happened. Also guys, one thing that has been getting me through recently is I have been making the god awful decision of waking up every morning and well, every other morning, I'll say every other morning, and doing a weightlifting workout, which is like awesome. You should always work out. Um, that should always be a thing that you do. But it can be very, very tiring. And so yeah, that's another thing that I would actually doing. Um, but, but, thank everybody. I know it's been kind of crazy around. Like, just I just want to go through some of the some of the things that I've been watching with my own content, like just in YouTube land, to let you know how weird things are for me. Um, here, let's just look at my watch history right quick. Okay, that's something different. Oh, look, Jill is in the chat. Hey, Jill, how are you? How are you, Jill? Jill, my little tsundere, you want my attention? Do you want my attention? You coming for my attention? Here, 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 here. You can come in and lick the sweat off of my knuckles. Anyway, I'm just gonna show this to you guys. Just to let you know how crazy some of the shit that I watch. You know, Boruto fan as always. A lot of good shit. Just this channel right here, Gin and Truth on YouTube, is actually a pretty good channel. Just watching some other shit, but yeah. this is just me being on a lot of shit to watch. Anyway, I did want to just cover at least one video today, just because reasons, and we're gonna actually see what it's talking about. So come on, let's start the video and let's start the recording. All right, let's go. All right, before I start this video, I'm gonna leave this in, just to let you guys know, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by June 1st, and if you can actually help me out, I know we're like a little bit over 2 months away, 2.5 months away to hit 1,000 subscribers, and it actually help out the channel, give me a little bit more motivation to actually do more streaming. And also, if you want to check out in the description my Patreons and shit like that, and you can actually be one of the people that bother me with videos, or leave comments. And let's go to okay. So let's just set this up right now, and we're gonna go to the video. I know I am a handsome motherfucker. Look, we have Jill in the chat showing me attention because I am the best looking motherfucker there is. I am sexy as hell. And even though I'm keyed out because of the hoodie that I'm wearing, I know that, like, you'll see the rippling biceps and muscles. The gun show has came back and all that other good shit. But I choose to tone down my awesomeness. So I look like a normal person. Because if I walked around in my Adonis form, my handsome form, well then, let's just say, I would have to be turning down people left and right. No, thank you. I'm not interested. And yet, I still get a lot of attention. I still get people that are willing to, I still get people that are willing to spend massive amounts of time with me. I say this. I am a testament that having a great personality is something that drives everybody that you're interested in and who's interested in you crazy. This is why I give no quarter to the people that talk about, oh, I have to look a certain way in the screen, the green screen. I give no quarter to these people who sit back and cry and talk about, oh, the looks, I'm bad because of the looks. It's stupid to me. It makes no sense. It's one of those things where if your personality, you know, the thing that you're supposed to have, actually mattered, then you would have no problem with getting relationships. I'm sure right now we have people that are watching this video that will be able to tell you, hey, I thought she was out of my league, but I made her feel comfortable, made her feel good, respected her as a person, not just some thing that I have sex with. And they will tell you that, I got with the person that I really wanted to. Whether they're last or not, I got with the person that I wanted to. Let's remove that one. And so let's hear about this. Let's hear about this whole looks versus confidence. Is there a place for game and dating in 2001? I know it's dated, but we're gonna look into this. Let's go from our good friend Wheat Waffles.
contrast the importance of confidence versus looks with regard to attracting women.
Wait, stop. He did not start this out like
Hello
that.
and welcome.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
In this video, I'm going to contrast the importance of confidence versus looks with regard to attracting women. We're drawing particular attention to, is there still a place for game in dating in 2021?
So why is he moving his mouse? He's reading a script. Like, why do you need to move your mouse around? I'm being petty. I'm picking on him. Of course I am. But let's go.
A lot of people still hold these red pill ideas which believe that you can build confidence and learn game as a means of attracting women. It is still a viable option.
It's called having a personality, dog. I would tell you to get one, but I don't think that's possible for you. But let's go.
Meanwhile, there is a growing community known as the black pill, which believes that all of that's rubbish pretty much, and that your looks is your confidence, and looks is plays the largest role with regard to attracting women, with particular attention to the things you can't change, such as your face, your race, your height. So the first thing we're going to establish is how can we measure both looks and game.
Okay, hear me out. I am a hetero man. I am an uncomfortably hetero man. And I have never sat back and say, oh, let me rate how another guy looks. Not that I'm like, oh, yuck, icky, all that other good bullshit. It's just like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I personally don't find guys attractive. I just think they look normal, like as much as you can have normal. Now, it's as a range of how women look. Yeah, I can say conventionally, modernly attracted to me. Those are a lot of different things that I could actually say. But just to I've never seen so many straight men actually sit back and say, well, you need to look good. You need to look like this. It's not something that I pay attention to. So why is it that so many of these black pills, so many of these red pillers just like, no, you got to look good. You got to look handsome. You got to look like Chad. Maybe it's just me. Let's go.
Found the best way to sort of visualize this is with a set of axes. So we've got looks on the bottom and then game on the y-axis.
Does he not realize that looks and personality are subjective? Okay, let's go.
Axis. Everyone's heard of the look scale, so I don't really need to explain this too much. It goes from 0 to...
Yeah, his look scale. Now, one thing about Wheat Waffles is he doesn't think a guy can ever get past 7 or 8. We have it on our videos that we've actually done. He doesn't think a guy can get past 7 or 8, which is ironic because if you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, what number do you think I am? I will say 19.5. The reason being because I can't give myself a 20 because I still look perfect, more than perfect. I just don't want to seem conceited. But let's continue.
To 10, everyone's aware of it, and we can further divide this into 3 different subcategories. So we have sub 5, so anyone below a 5 out of 10. This is the sort of person that would be considered just conventionally unattractive. And then we have our normie tier guys, just our everyday average looking person, anyone from about a 5 to 7ish sort of range. And then we have 8+, which is usually referred to as our Chad zone. These are the men that you're going to see very attractive, model, celebrity tier men. And
what? Okay. Does he think Dave Buscemi is celebrity tier Chad? What about Danny DeVito? I know I throw that around a lot, but Danny DeVito doesn't stay single long. But people like this, and I know those are the quote unquote exceptions. But again, to me, most of these guys that are famous and shit like that, they have riz. Looks don't matter if you have riz. Riz is just pop. Okay, let's go.
So everyone's heard of the look scale. What you might not be familiar with is the game scale, which I've coined it. And I just want to make myself clear on one more point. So a lot of the hardcore black pill believers will argue that there is no such thing as game, that your looks is your game, that the look scale is the exact same thing as a game scale.
That just means you don't have any personality, dog. If somebody can look at you and tell that you're basic, that just means that you just have no personality. It is a reason why himbos that aren't fucking lovable himbos, or just like it is a reason why somebody can, if they're just quote unquote good looking and stupid, but kind, and good looking and stupid but harsh, the people that are good looking and kind actually get attention. But people like this will never understand that. But let's go.
But that's not the point of this video. For the sake of this video, we are going to be completely separating the two as two separate entities. So there are people with a bad game and good game. And the way I would describe this as, so obviously like 0 would be somebody who can not really even speak English. And then anything from like 1 to like 4.
Wait, what? I mean, like ESL, like the fuck? Like what does he think? Oh god. These motherfuckers. I understand that he's a Brit bonger. I fucking get that. But like motherfuckers like this, he's at a -2. The reason why these motherfuckers are black pill because he's at a -2. But let's go.
So he's going to be a little shaky, a little bit rusty, nervous. Like maybe he's stuttering in this conversation a bit, and then like if you reach like 1 to 2 sort of range, then he might be like visibly sweating. So you'll be like, he showed very obvious visible signs of
like the way he's sounding.
Of nervousness. And then I'll just give a 5 as like a normal like average combo. So nothing special about it, nothing really like particularly interesting, but like he holds his conversation quite well, but there's nothing like particularly special or noteworthy of the conversation. And then anything above that, so 7+, we're gonna this is what I would describe as good game. So this is gonna
Eddie, are you okay? When he shot you, like you know it, you've been hit by a smooth criminal. I'm sorry, I just had to do it. It made me think about that. I'm sorry.
Be a man who's like very smooth at talking to someone. He's charming, he's funny, he's confident, dominant. Can he control the conversation? Yes. Take the lead. And is he able to earn the respect of the people surrounding him from the words he's saying?
Slow
and then
down.
obviously,
slow down, killer. You sound like you impressed by somebody. Okay, I'm sorry.
Like just to go even further, like a 10 out of 10 like game would be like somebody who's never puts a foot wrong. So complete perfection in terms of game. Like every line's a winner. And
I'm sorry. Like, why do these red pill and black people act like they've never interacted with humans before? That shit doesn't happen. I mean, like, of course we know from their philosophy that they've never talked to a woman before. They talked at women, but never had a real conversation. But that shit doesn't happen. Even the best person with the best fucking game, the best fucking wrist, stumbles. But you know what they do? They recover. They fall down, but they get up. Let's go.
The way that I'm going to use this chart for like visualization purposes is that every single man in the world will like appear somewhere on this chart. So the first data point we have here, so this is going to be like our average man. He's completely average looks, 5 out of 10, average game. So there's absolutely nothing special or nothing bad about him, just completely average everyday man. And then in this corner we would have somebody who's perfect looking, perfect 10 out of 10 man, who's also got perfect 10 out of 10 game. Somebody in the bottom left corner will be like completely subhuman, so he is beyond like unattractive, and then he's also like got terrible game. So the first thing to note is that the further you are up in this corner of the graph, the more attractive as a man you'll be overall. And then somebody up here who's gonna have like very good game, but he's like very unattractive. And then obviously the person over here, perfect looking.
Why don't they try to do game theory or min max like their chances of actually meeting somebody? Please don't make me visualize. Like, dude, just go out there and be a person. Talk to somebody. And this is what I hate about the red pill community. They don't want you to talk to nobody. They want you to sit back and try to min max optimal situation. Go out there, talk to somebody, fail. Go out there, talk to somebody, fail. Go out there, talk to somebody, get a little bit like one of the things, and this is going, oh God. So one of the things that actually helped me out, regardless of like what you think of it, is I would go to the grocery store and just have a conversation. I know you're thinking like, what the fuck does that mean? Literally, there have been times where I've went to a grocery store. I've been sitting in the meat aisle, I was like, this shit don't even look good. And somebody was like, are you talking to me? And I was like, yeah. Like, or I will ask them what they're getting. Not in a way of hoping to get something out of the conversation, but just to be able to sit back and have a conversation with anybody. There have been times, and I remember this shit when I lived out in the suburbs. There was a guy who was working at the motherfucking he was working at the fucking deli counter, and even though we had desperate beliefs about shit, we still can sit back and have a conversation about shit. And it's like, yeah, no, let's have a conversation. It is about being able to talk to someone, as Drea says, as you're a human being. Simple. But let's continue.
But he's got absolutely zero game at all. And what's interesting is when we start to looking at combinations of both. So in this situation, who would you rather be? So over here we have somebody who's a 3 out of 10, so he's like quite unattractive. He's definitely in the bottom half of attractiveness. However, he more than makes up for it with his game.
We call that the Danny DeVito equation.
So he's going to be very confident, very funny. Or, as opposed to this guy who is very good looking. He's an 8+, easily in the top 10% of attractiveness. However, his game...
Wait, no, stop. This is how I know this motherfucker is stupid as shit. If you're an 8+, if you're above 8, then that's not top 10%. That's top 20%. You dumb fuck. Go back and check your math.
Is like severely lacking, so he's not able to hold a conversation very well. He like messes up on social norms. So just a little introduction, like who would you rather be in this sort of situation? Well, let's take a look at what the ideologies have to say. So this is what the red pillars believe. So this line that I've drawn here, view this line as like the minimum standards held by most women.
You don't talk to women. You don't know what their standards are. The number one thing that I've heard from a woman or non-binary person that are attracted to men are literally, he makes me laugh. I feel comfortable with him. That has nothing to do with looks. It's about how you address them.
So anyone below this line will get rejected. So a 5 out of 10 with 5 out of 10 game will get rejected. And then anyone above the line will get accepted. So he's able to like pass the test pretty much.
When you have to actually do this on a spreadsheet, I have pity for these people because you have to break out a spreadsheet. You have to break out Excel. There are two types of people in this world. People that know how to use Excel and happy people. When you break out an Excel spreadsheet, then you're doing it wrong.
And so just view this line as like the minimum standards held by most women. And the key word is most women. So I'm not talking about land whales. I'm not talking about women with disabilities. I'm not talking about women.
You ever think that a part of their problem, what they're looking for, are Instagram models? Maybe that's what their problem is. And when they go for Instagram models, you know, chick, and I actually watched a video of this guy. He was he's mostly deal with game community. He's like, dude, why don't these guys tell these chicks that BBLs look like shit? Because they do. Like, you want to be an Instagram model, yeah, you get a BBL, but they look like shit. Most of the men would actually take a motherfucking flat ass but a great personality and just be like, yeah, pancakes need love too. Even I, as much as I love breasticles, I would take a woman who has smaller breasticles with a good personality versus somebody who has a shit personality that is in double fucking G's. What we like to call I see everything. Anyway, let's go.
In their 50s and 60s. And I'm also not talking about like mega Stacys either. I'm just talking about your average like kind of woman, the kind of woman that most men will be like comfortable with getting a girlfriend with. So like this is what most women, like the 90% of women will hold standards towards. So the red pill is...
So here, I'm going to ask you guys to do this. I don't normally ask for you to comment. Mostly. I need any person that's attracted to men to actually tell me what they look for in a man. If you're attracted to men, tell me what you look for in a man. You can have a peen, you can have a vag, you can be I don't care. If you're attracted to men, what do you look for in men? Because here's the thing, I'm not going to go to a motherfucking fish for advice on fishing. I'm going to a fisher for advice on fishing. I'm not going to go to a motherfucking gazelle on hunting gazelles. I'm gonna go to the motherfucking lion. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, if lions like the like, no. I'm going to the motherfuckers that really want what they're looking for. Exactly. Intelligence, kindness, related interests, and beliefs.
We'll look at the graph like this. So they will say that a man who is below average looking, so he's a 3 out of 10 in looks, but with excellent game, he's 8 out of 10, he will get accepted. Meanwhile, the very good looking man, the 8 out of 10 with bad game, will get rejected. So see what you think of that, if you agree with this graph or not, or you think it would be drawn differently. Now we'll take a look at what the black pills have to say. So the black pill would put more emphasis on looks, so the line would be drawn somewhere around here. So in this case, the 3 out of 10 man with 8 out of 10 game will get rejected. Meanwhile, the 8 out of 10 man with looks, with only 3 out of 10 game, so he's like not very confident at all, he'll get accepted. So just from those two graphs, like try and get a picture of what you believe, if you agree with the first one, which put more emphasis on game, or if you agree with the black pill idea, which puts more emphasis on looks. So just like as a side-by-side analysis, if we look at the red pill, the focus is...
Okay, so here's one of the problems that I have. First of all, red pill is still believe that looks fucking matter. They do. What he's talking about is pickup artists. That's what he's talking about. Secondly, here's the thing. Both of these motherfucking graphs just show one thing. If you're a guy and you don't feel that you are at the top of either one of these games, then stop trying. Don't try. And I'm not talking about this bullshit advice about, self-improvement, hit the gym, and, get like hustle mentality. No, like, learn how to have a conversation. And ironically, yeah, ironically, you have no idea of how many times I've heard women say they're like chubby guys. It may be because I've actually hello teddy bear, but that's more like than anything. But a lot of these guys, they just don't want to try. And I'm not saying that you got to step your game up, you have to do the Andrew Tate bullshit. No, it's like, can you have a conversation with looking at somebody in their eyes? I mean, like, okay, like a lot of people, they know, they catch me looking at their cleavage, but it's still, I have a conversation with them, and I can actually have a conversation with them. It's a dad bod thing. What kills me is that all it takes, and I'm serious, like, I'm not saying that you have to have, like, all your points has to be in res. No. It's just like, hey, do you like a thing? I like a thing. Tell me why you like a thing. I tell you. And then like stop there. Like don't go into the, well, you don't really know how I like it. Like don't do that. That's going too far. But it's a, do you like a thing? I like a thing for this. Have a back and forth, not confrontational. And you would be surprised of how much that, like, and if they let you go on without you actually saying they're doing it wrong, and they just like want to keep hearing from you, oh shit, you found somebody that likes you. It all it takes is treating somebody like a person, right? All right, let's go.
Clearly on game. So no man is too ugly to succeed at all. So as long as you are an 8 out of 10 in game or above, it doesn't matter how ugly you are, you are still able to like attract women pretty much.
Yes.
Looks play a part, but are seen as a bonus. So even red pillars will admit that better looking people will have an easier time, but they won't have.
Look at how he turned that on. It's like, better looking person's having a good time. No, I will tell you this from my experience, my personal anecdote. Yes, good looking guys, if they have a shit personality, they are good for a ride. I know it sounds really, really bad, but you know, women like sex. So they will fuck a guy because women like sex, you know, well, when they have a good partner, but they like sex. So yes, a woman will have sex with you if at least once if you look good, because everybody likes their toys. But sometimes you can't eat cake all the time. Sometimes you have to be able to be like, yo, this isn't edifying for me, so let me actually get something that I like, which is most likely personality. Looks help, but it's not some. There are people that will be considered very, very conventionally unattractive that are actually fulfilling loving relationships, but a lot of these guys will never hear that.
Have much of a better time. So a 3 out of 10 man will need roughly 7 points worth of game. Meanwhile, an 8 out of 10 will need roughly 6 points. So like the 8 out of 10 like, has a bonus. But
you can't quantify this. This is a subjective thing. My game would be a 6 to some women, but to other women, it's a fucking 300. No, you're wrong. They do want to fulfill a relationship. They just want a mate that they can have sex with and impregnate. That's what they want. All right, let's go.
But it's not really like the be all and end all. Like they're still on a fairly level playing field. And note like the cutoff. Even if you're a 10 out of 10, if you have below 5 points in game, it doesn't matter who you are, then you're going to get rejected. So that's what the red pillars believe. And now let's have a look at the black pill. Well, quite evidently, the focus is on looks here. So, Chad, any 8+ man, will need no game to succeed. So if you're a 9 out of 10 man, you can speak 5 words of English and you'll still get accepted by women. They will still want to go for you. Meanwhile, game is irrelevant, seen as irrelevant for sub 5s. So if you're a sub 5, it doesn't matter how much game you have, because...
No, what they mean by game, what We Waffles mean by game, the ability to talk to a woman. That's all. That's all he means by game. The ability to talk to a woman. You notice he said you speak 5 words of English. He just means the ability to talk to a woman without swallowing his tongue.
You're going to get rejected anyway. Like, you've been rejected before you've even like been given an interview. Like, as soon as a girl has seen your face, then she's going to reject you at all. So it doesn't matter if you had the best game in the world. If you're a 3 out of 10, then you've already been rejected before you've even approached her. And the last thing to note is game can push normies over the edge. So if you're a 6 out of 10 with 4 out of 10 game, if you increase your game to roughly a 7 and 8, then you'll be able to get...
Also, game means how much money I can flex and spend. That's what game means. It's being able to talk to a woman and flex game. All right, let's go.
Accepted by women. So that's like this point summed up as a whole. So like try and get an idea of what you believe in. If you believe more in this like red pill idea of game being more important, or if you favour more inside of the black pill, which puts more of the emphasis on looks, or if you have like some sort of combination in between. So if you believe the line would look more like this, so you need like both a mixture of both game and looks, not one or the other. Or if you want to go a step further, even further than the black pill or further than the red pill. So if you think that looks is like even more strict, like game plays an even less importance, then the line will be near vertical. So game has like no relevance. Like if you drew the line vertically at a 7, then you're...
Oh my god, he is so fucking boring. Why do you make an Excel spreadsheet, a PowerPoint presentation about looks? Okay, all right, let's go.
saying that anyone below a 7 is automatically going to get rejected. He's rejected before he's been approached. It doesn't matter about game at that point. So just like get an idea about how you would see yourself like drawing this line. So that's the first thing. The importance of game will also depend on your environment. So in my first 2 videos, I talked about how the level of game is dependent on the environment you're in. So obviously in an online dating environment, the emphasis is by and large heavily going to be placed on your looks.
Okay, so this I will agree that when you do online dating, it's all about looks. Online dating, it is about looks. Now I will say that because online dating is a motherfucking meat factory. That's all it is. It's meant to keep you swiping. And you know what? It is about 70% guys versus 30% women on the straight dating apps. So yeah, online is really just motherfucking all it is a game to keep you fucking playing. Seriously, they've gamified dating. Not it's, oh, we're looking for a real match. They have gamified dating. And trust me, I've used a lot of the online dating. Like, and you know, I'm not even gonna lie, I've actually paid for like a month subscription or 2. I've never paid more than $10 for this shit. I've actually met some interesting people from online dating. Interesting. So yeah, no, it's a thing that happens. But he is right on this. Online dating sucks. The best thing to do is to get in online groups. Oh no, like I said, I've met people, but yeah, it is not the best place to find somebody.
Which I've attributed 90% of the interaction.
It's the best place to enjoy some flings, but let's go.
Too. So it's mostly about your photos. Like they're the first thing that she sees, and then if your photos are bad, you're gonna get swiped left. And then all of the other stuff, like such as your game, like I put like 10% to.
See, I knew it. Game is money to these motherfuckers. Game is money to these motherfuckers. But let's go.
So that's going to be your bio, your texting, like that's going to make up all the other stuff. But by and large, I'm sure we can all agree that for online dating, looks will play the biggest role. Meanwhile, for cold approach, obviously looks is still like going to be...
Why do I say cold approach like it's a motherfucking door-to-door salesman? You are not a motherfucking product. You're a person. Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
Very, very big factor. Like these are people that you've never seen before. You're just approaching them in a bar, in a pub, or in the street. And then game is also going to play a much larger role than in the online environment because you need to make them laugh. You need to show that like you're a confident, charming man.
No, you just need to show them that you're human and you won't wear their skin like a new suit on Sunday. Like, come on, man. Fuck. Oh yeah. Oh, I like to touch on your skin. Oh, does it stretch? Nah, what the fuck? All right, let's go.
So going back to the graph, if we take a look at online dating, this is what I think the line would look like for this environment. So it's very, very steep. The emphasis is like very heavily placed on looks. So like anyone who's ever been on online dating will know how harsh it is for the average looking man, or if you're below average looking, that you will literally get 0 matches. Meanwhile, for 8+ men, you are just swamped with...
No, it's still a no. It's still a no. That's the sad part about it. It's still a fucking no. And the sad part about it is, okay, so hear me out, may be part of groups that how do I put it? one of my favorite, when I was growing up, one of my favorite objects on the playground was swinging. Anyway, it takes more. It just takes fucking game. The sad part about it is when you in communities like that, like let's get fucking raw with it. Always play safe. I'm in certain communities that a certain size can actually garner you a lot of attention. However, what gets you the playtime again is how you interact with somebody. If you're just a fucking creep, if you're a fucking monster and you're just being that guy, you don't get attention. But there have been people that I've met playing that are still cool with me, that always are cool with me, and would be cool with me outside of that setting. And would be cool with me inside the setting. But still, it's just about how you interact with them. And this is a time, these particular groups where certain people are size queens. Like, but if you have the right attitude, you are fucking awesome in that community. That like to play on playgrounds and swing for the fences. Anyway, let's go.
Options, there is absolutely no shortage. So, and that's because the reality of online dating is because the emphasis is very heavily placed on your looks, and that's why we see like such a steep drop off. That anyone who's at least a 7 or below is going to get 0 matches, well, quality matches. You still might get the occasional land whale or woman over 40, but even then.
Wait, I mean, we need more cushion for the pushing. I mean, like, give me some thick thighs. They save lives. What the fuck is your problem, dog? That's why you alone, because you fucking denigrate people that may be cool as shit, but you say land whales. I bet those land whales get more motherfucking relationships and more playtime than what you get, because you're an asshole, not because of looks, because you're an asshole. Let's go.
Like, they're going to be very, very scarce. Like, and I don't need to go in depth about this, but like, he's just providing a few examples of how little relevance game plays. So the example I provided here, I'm not going to read it out, but it just shows that.
All right, let's read it out. How many filters if you're attracted? Wait, how many filters did you use? Why do you use I can't read today. Why do you use so many filters if you're attractive? Then just own it. Wow. We're gonna start over here. You're cute. What are you thinking? I'm thinking I gave you my number twice and you haven't texted me. Haha. Oh fuck, my bad. I just scrolled all the way up. And you're right. You're kind of sneaked into there before my defense. Wait, what? Because they're so cute and I love them, I've added that. I didn't have a filter on my profile, but I don't know. I look so similar with and without them. Looks like you're wearing a latex mask. Oh, you're being an asshole. Or you got nice skin, or you got a nice skincare routine. I have a perfect skin. I rarely wear makeup. Even my last Instagram pic doesn't have makeup on. Like, okay. The fact that catfishing is a thing. Yeah, he has no intention, or whoever did this has no intention of meeting up with this woman. Fuck, like, stop. All right, let's go.
Like, a man can outright insult a woman, show zero social awareness, no respect, no respect for societal norms at all, and just outright insulting him. So if you're not aware of the term catfishing, it's when a man uses the photos of a model.
So also, I got a kind of cool question. How do we know this shit is in Photoshopped? I all right, let's go.
To create a fake Tinder profile, and then just to test out like how much easier it is for good-looking men as opposed to your average-looking or below, and the results are astounding. Like you see examples like this all the time about just how ridiculously easy plus men will have it on online dating. So I'm sure most people will agree that game is irrelevant for online. Like it's obvious. Like, but how?
He does have a hobby. He has a hobby of being a piece of shit. Like, how big a loser do you have to be to? Yeah, no, they.
How about the cold approach? As I stated earlier, that in the cold approach, game played like obviously much more importance. I gave it 30% with looks having 60, so it's going to be a lot more important in the cold approach. So this is the line that I came up with for the cold approach, and let me explain this. So if you're a 6 out of 10 man, just a normie, you will need like 8 points of game to push you over the threshold, and a 7 out of 10 man will need 6 points. So for every 1 point that you drop in looks, you need 2 points worth of game to match up with it. So if these two people were in a bar setting, I would put them like on level terms. They both have an equal chance. So obviously this guy is slightly worse looking, but he makes up for it the fact that he's got 2 points.
Like, what's your study size, dog? I don't know. Like this. Like, have you talked to a woman? All right, let's go.
Of extra game, like he's just going to have that extra security, extra confidence, going to be a bit more funny, he's going to get like more attention, but overall like I would say they're on level terms. But this sort of person will be like your Austin Summers like sort of guy, and I know a lot of you are going to be in the comments already saying, oh yeah, you can't trust PUAs, but I've watched his videos, like his infield extensively. I do think he is one of the few legit PUAs. And
see, there's your problem. You listen to the PUAs like oh god damn it, dude, fuck. Look, check this out. How about you do this? Join a Facebook group. I know Facebook, and join a group of people. Get off of Discord, Facebook, where it's something you can attach your face to, that you don't get away with this anonymous being a little shit poster. Be in a group, talk to people, and maybe you can get one of those people that you're attracted to touch your penis. Just like have a conversation with them. But this is some weird shit. This is some definitely weird shit. Like you're lusting after another guy. Now, I'm not saying sexually. You're lusting to be like another guy. I'm sorry. I've just never wanted somebody else's place or think I wanted to be like somebody else. I wanted to be me. I wanted to actually experience who I am as a person. This shit seems sad, but let's continue.
He would be considered in this 5 to 7 normie range, but because he makes up for it with his game so much.
Wait, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Now, I know some women who will consider this guy conventionally attractive, but because Wheat Waffles doesn't believe that guys can ever be 8 or higher, then he's a 7. Yeah.
I'd give his game like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Then he's still able to attract like a plethora of women. Like he still has a thrilling sex life, and he has no issues at all. And then moving on to our 8s and 9s.
Wait, what does a sex life have to do with anything? Okay, all right, let's go.
So if you're an 8 or a 9, to the point where you start to get away with stuff. So an 8 will only need 4 points of game. That is below average combo. So he will be able to get away with going against societal norms and like showing a little bit of lack of social awareness. Meanwhile, a 9 out of 10, like he will be like very shaky. Like he will be visibly sweating, and he can still get away with it in a cold environment just because he is that good looking. And then obviously like on each extreme. So if you're a 5 out of 10, if you want to attract women via the cold approach, then you are going to need like 10 out of 10 rock solid game. Like this is the point.
I don't know. Like I don't think I have game. I think I just talk to people, and if I don't get a good vibe from them, then like I'm not feeling the person. But again, I'm a sapiosexual and I'm demisexual, so yeah, it's a weird mix for me. Like I have to be able to have a conversation with you and hang out with you, for me to be turned on by the woman that I'm with. I've actually dated people who I thought were conventionally wouldn't fit like the super wide range of attractability. But when we are together and we're vibing, oh my god, like my penis get hard for her. I should have said it like that. But like, yeah, no, it's just like I've dated women who was like not conventionally attractive, but our interactions, she's like, man. Anyway, let's go.
Point, like where you're getting shit tested left, right, and centre by women. So you need, like, every single thing needs to be perfect for you. Every
Nobody
joke needs to be a
shit
winner.
test
Like, and then
you.
as soon as you have,
Wait, nobody shit tests you. Nobody tests to see if you can pull the game up. It's just that you don't have any. I like, goddamn. And if somebody, like, I'm sorry, man, woman, MB, if you're being a bitch to me, I'm not gonna want to fuck you. I know little pieces of shit like this. They, oh yeah, I need to dominate. I need to show them who's boss and make sure they are in their place. Like, no, fuck. My life is finite. As much as I plan on living forever after I leave this fucking mortal coil stuck here with you humans, I return back to being a deity again. You go back into the ground. But my time on this planet is finite. That's why I come to this. All right, seriously, life is finite. Why would I want to be around somebody who shit tests you? Like, no, fuck that. Like, yeah, it sounds like, how much essay can I get away with? Like, yeah.
one slip up, then that's your chance gone. And I'm sure most people who are in that like 5 out of 10 range, like, they can affirm like this is true. And then just on this extreme, we have the 10 out of 10 man with looks, and he needs absolutely no game because he's just that good looking. Like, he's already won the test at that point. He can speak 5 words of English. Like,
Okay, I know I can speak more than 5 words of English. I have these fancy words that I use, and of course, I'm a fucking 11 out of 10.
and it doesn't matter because he's still going to attract women. So if we look at a side-by-side analysis again, and compare online dating compared to the cold approach. So obviously for online dating, like, the line is very steep. So the focus is heavily on looks, and it is a complete waste of time if you are average looking or below. Like, you wouldn't even bother trying. You're just going to get 0 matches at all.
Yeah, dude, stay off dating apps. You ruined it for the rest of us.
And 8+ men, this is interesting to note, gets away with 0 game. You can show literally 0 social awareness and still be able to get results and meet up with plenty of women. As opposed to the cold approach, the focus is still on looks. So no man below a 5 out of 10 will get accepted. It doesn't matter if we gave him 10 points worth of game. The focus is still on looks. However, the line isn't as steep and game becomes more important. So if you're a 6 out of 10 and you have average game, if you moved it up to a 9, then you can get accepted. If you did that with online dating, it wouldn't make a difference. You're still going to get rejected.
I'm still like bothered by you had to do a PowerPoint slide and work in an Excel spreadsheet based on your bullshit ass theory of looks versus game. Hey.
No matter how good your game is. So every one.
Yes, but if he doesn't know how to, and it isn't passionate about eating pie, he has none of. I saw a bad joke yesterday, or the day before yesterday, in a group that I was in, and they were talking about who's eating pie today, and it was the 14th, but they weren't talking about pecan pie.
1 point in looks that you drop, you need 2 points of game to make up for it. So an 8 out of 10 only needs 4 points worth of game, and then he drops down to a 7, then he's going to need to make up for it by getting those extra 2 points up to a 6. And as stated already, it is a complete waste of time if you're a sub 5. So if you're a 3 out of 10, it doesn't matter if you had the best game in the world because you're already rejected at that point before you even showed up. And like, as soon as the woman's seen your face, then you're already going to get rejected. It doesn't matter if you have the best game in the world because, well, like, you're not going to be able to use it anyway. Game can heavily boost your chances if you're a 5 to 7 man, and then 8+ will be able to get away with.
They do throw stats and math around incredibly recklessly. They try to quantify human interaction. It's just so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, and again, maybe because I have a charmed sense of empathy with people, like, but I I actually once had still in a great friendship with this person. We had a wonderful type of relationship, and all I had to do was listen and understand of where she was in life, and I understood, and we just talked. But we're still great friends, right? Kids, awesome, awesome sex, awesome type of relationship. But all I had to do was talk to her, listen to her, and motherfucking share what was on my mind. That's it. It's not that hard. And yeah, we had a fling for a while. It's not that hard. And the fact that she was really good at Kegels. God damn it. Okay. Let's go.
Very, very little game. So now we're going to go over into like an analysis of different scenarios with some examples to go with it. So when is game beneficial? So if we picture this is in like a bar setting, and we have these two guys, they're both sitting at the same table. So we have a 6 out of 10 man with 8 out of 10 game, and we have a 7 out of 10 man with he's just an average like sort of combo. Who wins out of these two men? Who would you say would do?
Whatever one approaches the woman and she likes who he is. That's it. That is the simplest way. It is. We are not doing game theory. We're not doing, and I don't mean like the motherfucking channel. We're not doing game theory. We're not doing stats. We're not doing Excel sheets. We are literally talking about people. And he doesn't believe women can think on a higher level than an animal. So why bother have a conversation? I know. Oh God, shit. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I just It's not that complicated. Have a conversation with somebody, not expecting anything. Get used to having conversations with people without being an asshole, and you know what? You get better. It doesn't take trips to the gym. You do not need to work out in the gym in order to attract women. You need to go to the gym for your own benefits, your own improvement. And hey, if you don't want to go to the gym, that's fine. One other thing, look, one thing you do need to do for women and yourself. Guys, and I'm going to actually say this. And I've had compliments about this, but I don't think I should need to get compliments about this. Guys, here. Wash your ass. I'm not talking about just take a shower, but wash your ass. If you're a guy like me and you like to receive fellatio, you don't want the area down there to be smelling like a sewer. You want to be fresh. If your last shit is closer than the last time you took a shower, then stop, take that shower, and then go practice your conversation. And you like look, no, and it's not on the whole just forehead type shit. Like, have the same standard for yourself that you would have with a potential partner, at least with hygiene is concerned. Now, everything else, like opposites don't attract. Like-minded people attract and all that other good shit. But at least have that standard. Have clean clothes and wash your ass. That will get at least 50% of the motherfucking game. But let's go.
Do better. I would argue that this man would do much better because he just has like that much more depth to his game. So like he's going to be a lot more charming. He's going to be so much more confident, funny, and he's going to be able to control the conversation just a lot more. So like if these two people were sitting at a table, like more attention would be...
You know what? That's the second time I've caught him saying controlling the conversation, dominate the conversation. No, When it comes to people, you don't need to dominate the conversation. You can steer the conversation. You can, have the conversation meander, but you don't need to dominate the conversation. A woman can have a conversation with you just as well as any guy. And it's actually you're trying to relate to somebody. But yeah, okay. Let's go. Oh God, I'm ready to just no. This video, I'm not gonna make it to this video, but let's continue.
Given to this man, absolutely. So the main thing to take away from this entire slide and the whole video, like perhaps, is that a 6 can 100% mog a 7 if he has better game than him.
This isn't a fucking video game. This is not an RPG. This is not fucking Pokemon Battle. You are not fucking facing up Bulbasaur versus Charmander. Fire doesn't beat fucking grass type. Paper doesn't beat stick. Like paper doesn't beat fucking rock. It's about the people you interact with. All right, let's go.
However, and that is a big however, if we change the scenario to a 6 out of 10 man with 8 out of 10 game, but we then make the 7 and we turn him into an 8, I would say 100% that this guy would win in this scenario. Because if these two people were sitting at the same table and there was a few girls on it, this guy, yeah, of course, he's going to be like controlling the conversation.
My question is, what are you trying to get out of this interaction? I know that should have been the first question. I know that should have been the first question. Are you just trying to hook up? Are you just trying to hook up? If you're just trying to hook up, then even this still is skewed ridiculously crazy for if you're just trying to hook up. Again, I have had interactions with women simply put because it's not even that I've actually worked the game. It's like, no, I talk to them. I've been around people who try to control the conversation, and it's the worst time you can have. Yeah, no, exactly. Maybe interested. Maybe be interested in a person you want to sleep with, or as I would like to say, be the person you want to be around. Yeah, like no, for real. Be the person that you want to be around. You will be surprised of how much that helps you.
Like, he's going to be doing most of the talking. He's going to be the one making them laugh. But I would still say that this man, like, girls are going to be drawing attention to him, and they're going to be like, who's this guy? Why isn't he saying anything? He's like, turns into this mysterious man that they want to find more information about. Look at the subtle difference. It's only 2 points of...
Oh, God. I'm done. I'm done.
Done.
Like, for real? This guy really... I'm motherfucking done. I just can't anymore. I fucking can't anymore. I can't. Why do you think you need to dominate a conversation? And these will be the motherfuckers. This motherfucker will be the same one that comes up with lines to memorize. You don't think this motherfucker came up with a PowerPoint trying to break down with formulas of what's the correct mathematical computation to get the girl that I really like and she needs to really respect me, and she needs to be able to be at home barefoot and pregnant, and when I want to come home and fuck her for like five seconds and bust my little nut, she should be happy. Like, the fuck? Oh God, this is dumb. It's just fucking dumb. I can't. I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to ask you guys to like and subscribe. I'm going to also ask you guys to be the person around people that you would want to be. Other than that, yeah, fuck this guy. Like, share, subscribe. I don't know. I don't know. I am. Yeah, this has been an interesting day. I. It's past my bedtime too. I'm gonna probably hop on a day nap, give myself a little tug and rub, and take my ass to sleep. Cause this just broke my brain. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done. I want to say to everybody, thank you for coming out and watching this. I know I'm gonna try to do shorter videos, shorter live streams. Remember, touch titties, always with consent, and we're gonna play this shit out. Peace.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah, I'm probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other. They find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
They say, I'm white, I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job, I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.
Pretty soon it's all
Is that
gone.
what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.